Hello, good morning everybody. I am Dr. Sonia Tiwari from the Department of Community Medicine, Arvindo Medical College, Indore. Today we will see certain drugs which are related to the national health programs and the other drugs relating to spotters. We have covered in MCH part 1 and MCH part 2, okay, like iron, folic acid, etc. Today we are seeing the drugs which are related to the national health programs, okay. So starting with the first one, directly observed treatment short course regime box. As you know, it is of red and blue color which is available. Now what are the questions which are asked and which were previously asked and which can be asked? Which type of patient is included in Cat 1 as indicated on the pack? So category 1 includes new sputum positive, seriously ill sputum negative and seriously ill extrapulmonary TB patients. Where are you likely to see this pack? So obviously at the DOT center. How does the pack ensure regular supply of TB drugs for the registered patient? Once a patient is registered for DOTS at a center, a box of appropriate category is set aside for him or her. This box contains all the drug quantities that will be needed to complete the treatment, both for the intensive as well as the continuation phase. Enumerate the 5 components of DOTS under the RNTCP. This is very important. It is asked till now. तो पहला होता है पॉलिटिकल कमिटमेंट, सेकेंड है गुड क्वालिटी स्प्यूटम माइक्रोस्कोपी, थर्ड इज़ डायरेक्टली ऑब्जर्व ट्रीटमेंट, फोर्थ इज़ अनइंटरप्टेड सप्लाई ऑफ क्वालिटी ड्रग्स और फिफ्थ है अकाउंटेबिलिटी. ओके, which issue does DOTS plus strategy address? Appropriate management of multi-drug resistant tuberculosis patients and to prevent the propagation and dissemination of MDR TB. Enumerate the 6 principal components of Stop TB Strategy 2006. Okay, so pursue high quality DOTS expansion and enhancement, address TB, HIV, MDR TB and other special challenges. S is for special cases of TB to be addressed. Contribute to the health system. So H is for health system. Engage all care providers. Empower people with TB and communities. Enable and promote the research. Mnemonic for remembering, it is given in the book SHARP. Okay, तो शार्प, डी शार्प. सो डी से तो डॉट्स का एक्सपांशन हो गया, एस से हो गया स्पेशल केसेस, एच से हो गया हेल्थ सिस्टम, ए से हो गया ऑल हेल्थ केयर प्रोवाइडर्स शुड बी इंक्लूडेड, आर से पी से हो गया पेशेंट एंड इफेक्टेड फैमिलीज टू बी इन्वॉल्व एंड आर से हो गया रिसर्च. Then mention some examples of seriously ill extrapulmonary TB case: tubercular meningitis, disseminated TB, tuberculous pericarditis, spinal TB with neurological complications. So these are the extrapulmonary TB, but they are seriously ill. Now coming to the MDR, multi-drug therapy for the leprosy. Okay, so mention the criteria for grouping the patient into paucibacillary or multibacillary leprosy. Okay, so this is the difference which is given in our book. So skin lesions, paucibacillary we have 1 to 5 skin lesions, multibacillary 6 or more lesions. Peripheral nerve involvement, paucibacillary there is no nerve involvement, multibacillary more than one nerve is involved. If we talk about the skin smear, it is negative at all the sites in the paucibacillary and it is positive at any site in the case of multibacillary. Now what is the note given? If the skin smear is positive, irrespective of the number of skin and nerve lesions, the disease is classified as multibacillary leprosy. If the skin smear examination is negative, the disease is classified as paucibacillary or multibacillary on the basis of number of skin and nerve lesions. Now write the multi-drug therapy for both types of leprosy. Now what is the therapy? This is often asked in the Viva question. So for multibacillary, if you talk about rifampicin 600 mg once monthly in front of the health person, clofazimine 300 mg once monthly and supervised along with the rifampicin, and 50 mg daily self-administered along with the dapsone. and dapsone will be 100 milligram daily self-administered. Okay. For paucibacillary, if you talk about, rifampicin is again 600 milligram once a month for 6 months under supervision, and dapsone is 100 milligram daily for 6 months self-administered. Okay. Here in multibacillary, clofazimine is included, whereas in paucibacillary only rifampicin and dapsone is given. And if you see the major difference, dapsone you have to consume daily 100 milligram, and rifampicin 600 milligram dose is always given in front of the health personnel. How is the patient encouraged to maintain regularity of the treatment? So patient is instructed to collect the doses every 28 days. Number 1. Second is he is asked to bring the empty blister pack at the time of collection of new pack. Patient who does not turn up to collect the monthly blister pack is contacted to ascertain the reason and corrective actions are taken. Strict watch is kept for any lepra reaction, which is to be treated promptly using the steroids if needed. Explain the importance of top row and the rest of the blisters in the pack. The top row of medication is the first dose of the month to be taken by the patient in front of the health worker or the doctor. Lower blisters are the daily doses for the next 27 days because the patient is going to return again after 28 days. Which other measures are taken as a part of management of a leprosy patient in addition to MDT? So these are the necessary things which you have to take care in case of leprosy along with the medication part. So number 1 is care of the body part with nerve function impairment, that is keeping the skin supple, wearing protective gear such as the gloves and the shoes, daily inspection for early detection and treatment of any injury. Second is the physiotherapy for limbs with weak or paralyzed muscles. Third is the surgical treatment for disability caused by leprosy such as reconstructive surgery. Then community-based rehabilitation, counseling on completion of the treatment, and last is the surveillance after completion of the drug treatment. So along with the medication part, we can see here that care of the body part, physiotherapy, surgical treatment, community-based rehabilitation, counseling, surveillance, all these are the important parts regarding the leprosy patient. Now coming to the next drug, that is rifampicin. So against which disease it is used under the National Health Program. So it is used both for the tuberculosis and the leprosy. What is its mode of action? So it is a powerful bactericidal drug. It acts both on the extracellular and the intracellular bacilli. What is the advantage over other bactericidal drugs? It is active against the persisters or dominant bacilli. It penetrates the blood-brain barrier and the placenta. What is the dose and the route of administration under the RNTCP? So dose is 450 mg, additional 150 mg for patients weighing more than 60 kg, and route is oral. How can you confirm if the patient is taking the treatment at home? So number 1, as we know, the patient returns with the empty blister pack each week, and patient reports that the urine color is turned red. This is often asked in the viva. Rifampicin, the urine color will be red. Other toxic effects, if you talk about, it includes hepatotoxicity, gastritis, influenza-like illness, thrombocytopenia, and nephrotoxicity. Name 2 national program in which this drug is used. So RNTCP and National Leprosy Eradication Program. Coming to INH, it is the tablet is written here. Okay. So expand the abbreviation and against which disease it is used. So isonicotinic acid. The full form of INH, isonicotinic acid, and it is used against the TB. What is the mode of action? It is bactericidal. It acts against intracellular and extracellular. It acts against rapidly multiplying bacilli also. What is its dose under the RNTCP? 600 mg 3 times a week for an adult. Name some toxic effects of the drug: peripheral neuropathy, blood dyskaryosis, hyperglycemia, and the liver damage. Then coming to another drug, that is streptomycin. Against which disease it is used? So it is obviously tuberculosis. What is the mechanism of action? It is bactericidal, acts against rapidly multiplying bacteria. Dose, if you talk about, it is 0.75 to 1 gram daily, and route is administered intramuscularly. Drawback, it does not act as the persister. Toxicity, if you talk about, so vestibular damage and nystagmus and the nephrotoxicity. Okay, eye defect, ear defect, as well as the nephrotoxicity. Then coming to the ethambutol. Ethambutol is also used against TB. It is bacteriostatic. Dose is 1200 milligram 3 times a week. And one toxic effect is retrobulbar neuritis, or you can remember E stands for ethambutol. Just for remembering, I am saying an E for eye defect, so they are saying retrobulbar neuritis. Then coming to another drug, that is the Dapsone, against which disease it is used under the National Health Program, so it is leprosy. What is the adult dose and duration? 100 milligram daily for 6 months in the paucibacillary and 12 months in multibacillary leprosy treatment. How will you confirm that the patient is consuming the drug regularly? So we have to do the urine spot test and Moresky scale questionnaire. Name some toxic effects of the drug. Hemolysis, methemoglobinemia, agranulocytosis, peripheral neuropathy and psychosis. Another drug, clofazimine, against which disease? Okay, against which disease it is used? So it multibacillary leprosy. Mechanism is bacteriostatic. Dose is 300 milligram once monthly as supervised and 50 milligram daily self-administered. Name one side effect of the drug. So it causes dark red coloration of the skin, urine and the sweat. Then this you can see here, it is a rapid diagnostic test kit for the diagnosis of malaria. Many of us have seen that. Name the appropriate program under which it is used. So this kit, RDT kit, it is often asked in the Viva question also. So it comes under the National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program. What is the interpretation of the test? If only one line appears, so test is negative for the Plasmodium. Obviously 2 lines means the test is positive for the Plasmodium. No line means invalid test and you have to discard the kit. Mention the advantages of RDT for malaria over microscopy. Quick to perform, about 20 minutes for most of the test. So this is being used, and in such scenario when the people are not able to go and test, they can just bring the kit, and this is very easy to detect. And under which program it comes? So vector-borne disease control program. Then advantages we were talking about. So it is quick to perform, sensitive in detecting P. falciparum, which causes severe malaria, does not require skilled lab techniques and does not require electricity or laboratory equipment. Then mention the disadvantages. So it is expensive. Obviously now you are having personalized kit for the PS for MP, so it is more expensive, less cost effective, higher percentage of false positive and false negative as only the antigen is detected. Presently only P. falciparum kits are available under the National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program. Kits need to be stored at the prescribed temperature and to be used before the expiry date. There is a need to monitor sensitivity of the kits. Can RDT be routinely used instead of microscopy? No, RDT cannot replace microscopy as there is higher percentage of false positive and false negative, that is sensitivity and specificity of this kit is lower than the microscopy which we used. Microscopy can help in quantifying parasite load. RDT is to be used only when microscopy is not available. Interpretation of test is to be done after considering clinical and epidemiological features of the patient. Then coming to the next, that is the chloroquine. Against which disease? So it is for malaria under the National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program. Dose is 25 milligram per kg body weight. Over 3 days it is given. Toxic effects: nausea, vomiting, blurring of vision. Recommendation regarding use of drug in the treatment of falciparum malaria. So it is given in the areas which are not listed as chloroquine resistant. Artemisinin combination therapy is given in the areas which are listed as chloroquine resistance. Okay, so I think that's all. These were the some drugs which have been discussed regarding the national health programs. I hope you understand, and if you have any queries, please do ask. Thank you. Have a nice day.